When it comes to Ty Gibbs, there is never enough news. The 20-year-old is one of the most debated drivers on the grid, and the move he made to Martinsville solidified his reputation as a legendary and reckless driver. Even so, the future Joe Gibbs Racing driver won the Xfinity Series and is now fated to drive for his grandfather's Cup Series team. Regrettably, his first Xfinity Series championship will be negated by his father's death, and one cannot bear to think that this tragic loss, rather than his first championship, will be remembered forever. Hello NASCAR fam, and welcome back to NASCAR Live. But before we begin, subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. Ty Gibbs has not had a good start NASCAR career. Even so, through his actions, he managed to establish himself as a notorious and reckless driver. The most recent was in Martinsville, where he clashed with a teammate and disqualified him from the championship finale in Phoenix. Had he responded more calmly and rationally, in the final round in Phoenix, there would have been 3 Joe Gibbs Racing drivers rather than just one. His every move is being scrutinized by NASCAR experts, especially after the low point of his career in Martinsville. Gibbs won the season finale of the Xfinity Series in Phoenix, a privileged driver, and his move a punk one after he won the series championship. I don't think it changes much in the garage, he adds, but I think it changes the fans' perception of who Ty Gibbs is. Ty Gibbs has now proven to everyone that he is an arrogant, entitled jerk who thinks he can just walk in and take what isn't his and do it the wrong way, which is what bothers me. We've watched people move people 1,000 times, but he didn't move this guy. Instead, he totally destroyed him in the middle of the straightaway, as you can see. He's backing it up before they get to the corner, and then he gets out and raises his hands. It's a punk move, but it is what it is. And the truth is that Ty Gibbs did win the title. He had bad manners, and bad sportsmanship aren't welcome in the NASCAR Cup Series, despite as to whether your grandfather owns the team or not. However, what occurred after the race shocked the world, and it's not something any living person wants to witness on a Sunday morning. Ty Gibbs learned that his father had died, forcing him to withdraw from the Sunday race before it even began. Coy Gibbs, the vice chairman and chief operating officer of his father's team, died at the age of 49. On the eve of the 2022 Cup Series championship race in Phoenix, the announcement was made in a heartfelt manner. It is with great sorrow that Joe Gibbs Racing confirms that Coy Gibbs, co-owner, went to be with the Lord in his sleep last night. The family appreciates all the thoughts and prayers and asks for privacy at this time. Coy was in attendance at the Saturday race, which his son won and used to clinch the Xfinity Championship. However, due to a series of unfortunate events, Ty was forced to withdraw from the race on Sunday and return to his home in North Carolina. Ty was replaced by Daniel Hemrick, the 2021 Xfinity champion, because his race wasn't spectacular and he finished in P17. Many folks think this is a wake-up call for Gibbs' antics on the track. Even though this is a form of punishment, it is not deserved. While this is the natural cycle of life, no living being should go through what Ty has. Ty is only 20 years old, and his father will not be able to watch his NASCAR success. Ty had a tumultuous weekend on top of that, and he has come under fire for the action he took on his teammate Brandon Jones to take the victory in Martinsville. Ty took the booze elegantly, waving his hands to the crowd as if he were enjoying what was occurring, even though the people were booing him for his acts. Ty's father, Coy, discussed the incident following the race, saying, "I've been through this before in multiple sports. Ty hasn't, so it was more watching him and seeing how he's going to react during the day. I think he's just doubled down and did his job after making a huge mistake last week." It was entertaining to watch that Coy, Ty's father, was a linebacker at Stanford University from 1991 to 1994, as well as an assistant coach with the NFL's Washington Commanders and a former NASCAR driver. Coy made his NASCAR debut in the Truck Series in 2000, sharing driving duties for the number 18 Chevrolet with his brother JD. Following a long and painful struggle with a degenerative neurological condition, his sibling passed away in 2019 from complications. Coy began racing professionally in the Truck Series in 2001, recording 2 top 5 results and coming in at number 10 overall. In what is now the Xfinity Series, Coy took McLaughlin's seat the following year in 2003. From 2004 through 2007, Coy had 2 top 10 finishes. After his father was rehired as their coach, Coy acted as an offensive quality control. Coy formed the GJ RMX team in 2008, and in 2016 he was given the title of Vice Chairman and Chief Operating Officer, a position he held until his passing. This position is responsible for the company's NASCAR activities. Jim France, the NASCAR chairman, discussed the grief that Coy's passing caused in the NASCAR community, adding, "On behalf of the France family and all of NASCAR, I extend my deepest condolences to Pat, Joe, Heather, the Gibbs family, and everyone at Joe Gibbs Racing on the loss of Coy, a true friend and racer." Without a doubt, Ty Gibbs is experiencing a wide range of emotions as he celebrates the Xfinity Championship on Saturday. However, due to the fact that he had to deal with his father's passing on Sunday, he was unable to attend the race on Sunday to take Kurt Busch's Toyota's place in the 2311 racing car. The fact that his father is no longer present for him to share in his accomplishment and appreciate it with makes you wonder whether or not Gibbs is lamenting his past mistakes. However, it is probably the least of his worries. We all know that speaking after the accident won't turn the race around or change the outcome, despite his claims to the contrary. He expressed remorse for what he did in Martinsville. After the Martinsville race, Ty spoke to the media and said, "What I did last week was unacceptable and I apologize once again. But it was unacceptable because we could have had 2 shots to win this deal and it was stupid from an organization standpoint. All my fault. I can sit here and tell you I'm sorry as much as I can, but it's not going to fix it. I've got to fix my actions." At the next weekend's finale specifically, his actions immediately improved. In Phoenix, Gibbs was able to pass Gregson and Allgaier for the lead. With 20 laps left, Gibbs kept the position and he won the series undisputed. Greg acknowledged this and said that the 20-year-old driver deserves all the credit for it, saying, "He did a great job. They won the race fair and square today. It takes great people around you to learn, and I think he is capable. He is a great race car driver, and I've been in those shoes too, where it just seems like you can't do nothing right. And it's you against the world and whatnot, but at the end of the day, I think he's got potential that he hasn't reached his full potential yet, off the track still." Because of the passing of his father, Gibbs's victory in the Xfinity Series will undoubtedly be overshadowed. But it appears that he is now prepared to go on and compete in cleaner, better races. It is clear that in 2023, he will take Kyle Busch's place in the 4-car JGR lineup. According to Gibbs, the Xfinity Championship should be recognized for the hard effort put in, not the fan-driven actions. But as we all know, Ty Gibbs will be remembered for his father's passing this year. On top of that, the added pressure from the media caused by his father's absence will make everything much more difficult for him. Therefore, one must ask himself, are the gods interfering and robbing you of something, even if you didn't deserve it to be taken from you? What do you think will happen to Ty Gibbs' career in the future? Will he become a better driver? Let us know in the comment section below. And that ends today's episode. We sincerely hope you enjoyed the video. If so, please click on the like button and share it with your family and friends. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to see even more of our incredible videos. You can also check out our other videos that have been specially selected for you. We'll catch up in the next video.